I am certainly tinkering with tech. That's for sure.
I'm all trying to control my laughter before we go get on screen. Okay. Be serious now. This is serious.
Yes, be serious. Okay, Richard's here. He said, "Must be time for Twit." That's a totally different program, sir. Tinkering with Informed Tech. I hear you. I hear you. But that's a wrong program. That's somebody else's. We'll get a copyright strike. All right. Mark Barris says hello to Richard. Mark, hello to you. Good to see you guys all here. Glad to have everybody. Hope it's going out to everywhere. I think it should be going out to all of the usual suspects, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, Heather has been telling me about this program that she has an app. It's an app on your phone, right?
It is. It's an app on my phone that I like to use to make my social media posts. And recently I learned how to do something like create an intro, similar to what you just put up on screen. You know how you had that intro there. I made one for my daily art adventures that I do on Twitch, and I liked it. I was like kind of impressed with myself that I was able to pull this off using this app. So I kind of wanted to share how I did that, and
really cool. Really cool.
And just talk to people about this app, because for some people this is a great way to advertise products. If you sell a product, or if you have some kind of like a class that you produce and you would like to get folks to come to that class, or
like
even
a lesson class or something like that.
Yeah, or if you have something like a show, like, you know, that you want to promote, like maybe even a game show on Friday nights, for example, that would be a really good one that you could do this with as well. And all you need to do is have photos, and then there's an ability to do videos as well. So it's kind of a cool thing.
And now let me just ask you this, you know, since you said videos, I have to ask, I always like to know, because I love video, but the thing is, video usually takes up so much space on your, you know what I'm saying? Is that, does that become an issue, or have you even tried it?
I have, I tried to play around with the video, and I learned that you can't do photos and video. And so that's about as much as I've done with that. So as soon as I know more about the videos, we will do a little thing. Maybe we'll even do a workshop on Ripl if there's enough interest in the community, if folks are interested in actually getting deeper into this, because a lot of the Ripl features that you're going to see might be on the paid version, because there is a free version. You can download Ripl.com. You can download their app on your phone.
Okay.
And there is a free version, and you don't have to pay. But then if you do pay, it's a subscription. And that's what I pay for, because I really do use it a lot and I get a lot out of it. So, and they're coming out with new stuff all the time. Like, seems like I get an update every week, not an update, not an app update, but like an update of new information.
Right.
I don't know what I'm trying
to do. You know, I know you know this is on an Android because you have an Android phone. Is it on?
Yes.
Is it on iPhone too?
It should be.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
No, I know. Well, you have an iPad.
I have an iPad, and I could look, but
that's fine. I just
never even tried. I've never even tried. I think the biggest reason why I haven't even looked at it on the Apple is because if you pay for it with a subscription, you're paying for it through whatever service you got it through. So I already pay through it through Google, because it's an Android. If I went to Apple, I'd have to pay through the Apple store. They're not; those two are not, you know, cohesive.
They don't get along, do they? They do not get along.
No, that is a whole nother show.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show.
That's a whole nother show.
And Richard makes his point about Ripl, as I always do.
Yes,
when Heather, I've about worn her out with that one. You know,
it's RIPL.
I know.
RIPL.
Yes, RIPL.
All right.
Here,
do you think that everybody's
there
you go?
RIPL app on your
Do you
phone.
think folks out there are ready to get to the app?
We might as well. Let's
go to that. Yeah.
Let's do it. We could sit here and talk for a while, but I'm sure they don't want to hear that crud. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, and we tend to talk anyway, so it makes more sense to go to the app. So.
Let's go. I'm gonna get to my screen share. Let me get to that. Boom.
All right. So here we are inside the app already. This is the interface, the opening page for my Ripl app, and you can see there are a few things like the up here in this tiny corner up here, I can annotate. Michael taught me how to do this. So
Yeah,
did you do a weekly tip on how to annotate in here? Anyway, all right.
I did actually.
If you see here, I chose the wrong color again. Shocking. All right, so up here, right here, there it is. I gotta make it bigger. Yes, I will make it bigger. All right, so right here in that corner is a teeny tiny little KS on the go logo. You can't really see it very well, but that's one of the paid for options. I can put my logo on every single video that I send out.
Nice.
So that part's really cool. And then there's statistics. It'll give you like analytics or whatever the heck that's called. You're already met with your weekly engagement.
I love her music. I love her music.
I know. But without getting into, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Without getting into all of this, I wanted to just show you real quick the home page. And this is just all of my posts that I've done. And this corner number tells you the number of engagements. And so you can connect this to all of your social medias and it will tell you like, this is a Twitter post and look at what people did. This is an Instagram post and look what people did. So it's kind of cool.
Hold on. Let's stop for a timeout for a second. So when it says 40, like you see 40 at the top there, that's like you sending that out to all those different things, like maybe Facebook, Twitter, and something else. Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
This is one post on probably Instagram. This is probably Instagram because I really only have it connected to Instagram and Twitter. On Instagram, I've had 40 interactions with this particular post. This is my most engaged post for the week.
Awesome.
Or for the month, whatever it does.
Okay, now that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay.
And then you set goals about what you want to achieve and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not really a numbers person, so I don't get into all of that. The insights part is not my favorite thing. What I'm all about is hitting this plus sign down here in the bottom middle.
Creating something.
I want to create. So we're going to tap that plus, and when we do, it opens up like this. Okay. And we are going to create
real quick, just so people that have never seen, we are sharing on Zoom, and Zoom allows you to use this annotation down in the bottom right. That bottom right icon has nothing to do with the app. I just want to clarify that for everyone.
This thing that he's talking about here.
Yeah. She's floating around.
Yeah.
Totally Zoom and not part of the app, but it gives us a way so we can write onto the screen, etc., and that kind of stuff. So just for you guys' information.
And if I move that up here, it shouldn't mess too much with what we're going to be working on.
Okay, cool. So you've hit the X.
All right. So I hit the great big plus sign so we can start creating. And right away, it's so simple. You just tap and then you can add your title. And I'm going to say watercolor. You got to remember how to spell. That is like by far the biggest problem with doing anything.
I gave up on that years ago.
Exactly. Exactly. Watercolor ATCs. That's what we're going to call this project. And this is actually the title of the project. And then you can add, and it's optional, a secondary text right below there. And we can say,
kind of like a subscript to the main one or something. Okay.
Yeah. And this is optional. You don't have to do this, but I already know what I want to do with this one. So we're going to go with what I see here. Okay. So underneath, in the bottom, do I have to annotate this? In the bottom of this, you see the dark blue area. We have add body text.
Yep. We see it.
And then there's create from a web page.
Yep.
And then you can select post size. So it could be square for Instagram. You do vertical for your stories on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, etc. Or then there's this one that creates this one here creates a 1280 by 720.
Okay. The 16:9 ratio.
16:9 ratio. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Okay, so you choose which one you want to do. So let's just do an Instagram post for today. But I do want to show at another point, if we have time today, we're going to do it. But how I made my videos, and I do using this one here, the 16:9 ratio is how I did that. But for now, we're going to do an Instagram video or an Instagram post, which is square. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, cool.
All right. So now I'm going to tap in the upper right-hand corner. It says add photos or video. We're going to just
That's
go
the
tap
exciting
that.
part. Yeah, here we go.
So here we go. We're just going to go straight into choosing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can actually, because I have a paid account, I can choose up to 12 images.
Okay.
With a free account, you can choose up to 8. Okay. And you can actually go to another, like this is just from my camera right here. But if I wanted to go to, say, Google Photos and get to some of the photos from a long time ago, I've got a bunch of them here. So that's another way to go get photos. But I had already prepared these, so we're ready to go with those 5. And we click Save in the upper right. And does that all look good? Yes, it does. Click the arrow going up here in the upper right. We'll click that arrow to continue. All right, so now this part I love because here's where all the magic is. Now again, I have a paid account, which means I have my video can go up to 60 seconds in length. I have 200 plus premium designs, and that's what we're looking at here is the designs. Do you
Are
see?
you touching those?
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
It's
That's
doing
automatic.
all that on its own.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So up here, I'm going to move this. Up here in the top is our, these are the premium designs up here. Okay. So you can choose all of these things. Any one of these. So look like.
So these are like templates or themes or something like that?
They're templates that are already it's so easy to put this together. You'll see. So right away it pops up with the one that you saw animate for you when we opened it. So I just hit this play button again and we'll see it go again. And it automatically has put those images that I chose into it. And it's an animated video in this style. Okay. That's kind of cool, but it's not really exciting. So I think we're going to try a different one. So let's look and see.
So that particular one, can you on this screen, and maybe I'm jumping ahead, just tell me if I'm jumping in. Can I move those pictures to a different spot? Maybe I want one in a different area or something?
Yes. So you can do that by doing that.
Okay. Got it. Okay, good. Okay. So you're editing that theme that's there or whatever.
Correct. So the main screen, which if you could see my fingers, I'm pointing to my camera, my phone right now. But the main screen in the body there where all the movement was taking place, that is basically the finished product. Okay. So up here in the top where I'm moving right now, up here in the top is your options to choose what you want your finished project to look like. So let's go just take a look at the next one. This is one I use a lot. You've probably seen this if you follow me on Instagram. And
got your colors and everything.
Yeah, and you'll notice that my colors are on there, my font has been chosen, and my logo is on here, and those are all part of the premium paid version.
Nice.
Yeah. So now you notice it's popping up with double tap to add a caption. If I don't add any words at all, those words will not be there in the finished project. It'll just be pictures moving, nice little slideshow thing. But if I want to edit this and say, yeah, this is the one I want to go with, and I want to say this one belongs to, I'm going to say.
Why don't you type in double tap to add
no.
caption? Double tap to add caption. Then
no. Not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. This one belongs to Michael. Whoops. Michael S., not Michael D.
That's right. It's not mine. I don't get anything.
This one belongs to Rich. Whoops. It would help if you knew how to type. That is always my downfall.
Nice.
And then this one belongs to Camilla.
So you're actually setting this up and doing this.
Yeah. And then this one belongs to Michael D. Okay.
Mark says he likes the caption option. I agree. I think that's kind of a cool thing that you can do that. Yeah.
And so then we go over here and we can do
that was mine. Hold on a second. I want to see what mine looked like. Oh, I get some, what is that? Blueberries?
Blueberries. And I thought it was really funny when I drew your name for that one.
It's
Or I
either,
didn't draw your name, but because it was blue. I mean, blue is your favorite color, right?
at
Okay, so
first I thought it was Angry Birds, but go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
anyway, all right. So let's see. This is a promotion for giving away ATCs to followers in August.
And anybody that does watch your show, what does an ATC stand for? Just so they know what.
Artist trading cards. They're like baseball cards for artists, right? Okay. So here's what's really cool. I'm going to grab, you see this is a text box with grabbing points on each corner as well as a rotational on the top, okay? So I can grab a corner and I can stretch it to make it smaller or to fit it how I want to. And I can move the text box around any place I want. I can also move my logo around anywhere I want. It's all very simple, done with my finger. It's very, very cool. I can actually twist the text, which is neat. So cool because you guys can see that without my finger in the way. That's pretty awesome. And then we can go back and we can edit these however we want.
You could, let me just ask. Yeah, okay. So you can take the edges and make that. Okay, that's what I was just going to ask. So you're just grabbing one of those edges, right? Because we can't really see you doing that, but.
Yeah, that's why I said, so there's circles. The circles on each corner are what I grab. So I'm going to grab the top right corner and I'm going to drag it up and in.
Oh, that's so cool. So like on the top one
and down.
Oh, that's cool. So on the top one, you could actually turn it too then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like most graphic programs or whatever they're called.
So I can actually match it to the card. That's kind of neat.
That is awesome.
All right. So,
what? You get an echo?
I did get an echo.
Sorry, my fault. Make sure everybody can hear Heather out there. Thank you, Russ Worthington, too, by the way, for the super chat.
Awesome. So then
somebody reply out there and let me know that you can hear Heather. I just want to make sure they can hear you out there.
Okay. So I'll keep talking then to make sure they can hear me. All right. So I'm just going to make these a little bit smaller because that makes more sense, doesn't it? And
Jules says, looks simple enough even for me. Jules says out there. Can hear well. Good. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So then that's we can tap through it slowly. The little blue arrows on the side. Now keep in mind, these blue arrows are not a part of the finished product. It's just for editing purposes. Okay.
Right. To take you to the next screen, etc.
Correct. Yeah. And then so if I want to see it in action, I go up to the top and I click that play arrow again. So I'm up at the top up here where you see me moving, up at the top, and I'm going to tap the play arrow and it's going to play through it with our words and we'll get to see it.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
That is really cool, actually. Everybody's saying that the audio is good, so they can all hear us, so that's good. And
excellent.
Russ puts up there, yep, or you didn't mess up the audio this time. All right, better luck next time, Russ.
Okay, so now if I did want to change the font or any of the color scheme, that is all down here at the bottom. I go with the same thing to keep my branding the same, so I don't want to mess with that.
Can you put in your RGB or your little text number?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, so that's how I got to it. That's my number there, and I set this up in my profile, and then it goes to all of these, so that it's always on all of mine. So it's a nice, convenient thing.
Yeah.
Which is why I do the pay. You don't have to subscribe to it, but that's why I do. So then there's also another option for audio, and what's really fun is that. I don't know if this will work very well because of what we're doing here, but I am, for this demonstration, I'm just going to choose one. It'll suggest me 3, and I can always go find more. I'm just going to choose one, and we're going to say done, and then let's play it to see what it's like. Oh, but I have my, I can't tell what it's like because I have my do not disturb on, so there's no sound. coming
And
from
I
my
can't
phone.
we couldn't either probably just
No,
record.
I mean, I'm just saying there's no sound coming out of my phone because I got do not disturb on. So we'll just go with no music for this one because I can't test that. And I never ever put music on my things if I can't test them. So
You know, Russ, this is a good comment that he said. He said, so talented, awesome, Heather. You know what's cool about this
thank you.
app, though, Russ, too, is the thing is it seems like a pretty simple app.
It's so simple. It makes me feel like I can put together a quick video. And I can do this so quickly that when my car broke down, I was stuck at the mechanic shop for pretty much a half a day. And I got several of these videos done in about an hour.
Oh,
And the
wow.
lady next to me goes, "What is it that you're doing?" I said, "I'm producing videos for my social media." And she goes, "But you did like a bunch real fast." I said, "I know, I'm pretty cool." So one thing I do want to show you is that, like, you see the picture here, I can actually manipulate the picture as well. So maybe I don't like how little is showing, or
Oh, I
maybe they're
see.
not showing enough. And so I can actually manipulate it. And if you notice, the background is my color scheme that I prefer. So it'll look very, very nice going all the way around. So I'm
When
just going
you
to do
say,
that with a couple of these.
manipulate, you mean size more than anything else. You're not really
Yeah,
changing you're
I'm
not changing
using
the image itself or anything like that. Like,
right. I'm using my fingers to manipulate the screen and squeeze or pinch. Yep.
on your actual
On
phone. Okay,
on
I
the
got
face of my phone. Yep.
gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
And that should give them all a little bit better view of them. And we'll just check it one more time
You know, Russ
just
says
to
too
make sure.
cool.
And imagine this set to music, and
Mm-hmm.
just imagine the music that it would be playing.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. I'm making
I
up stuff.
like that. What are we calling that one? What are we calling that one? I want to find it on my list here.
I don't know. Maybe Google can figure it out. Oh,
All
she's
right.
probably
And then the last thing that I'm going to do is check and make sure that I spelled everything okay. Yes, I did. I've too many times, way too many times. I have actually misspelled and sent it out there. Okay, so this is a really cool one, and I like this. We're going to go ahead and save it, okay? But we're going to come back and make the same one. We're going to do it again. So these are my options. When I click up here, let me just check and make sure you know where I'm going. I went up to the top right-hand corner. The arrow pointed to the right.
right.
I tap that.
After the word customize, you see an arrow and you click that and it says right here.
Yep. And so now here's the way I get to share this, okay? I can either do it as a full HD video, I can do it as a standard video, or I can do it as an image, like a static image.
Huh.
This particular format that we chose doesn't work very well for an image. We'll show you that one
Is
shortly.
that like a GIF, like an animated GIF?
No, it won't be
Oh,
animated. It will be a
oh,
static
oh,
image.
okay. I
Yeah.
got you.
This one doesn't work very
And
well for that, but
and let me ask you this: is the full HD in the paid version only?
it does appear to be, yes. I have
Okay.
never used that because it's kind of a waste of space, in my opinion,
Okay.
for doing something like a Instagram video.
Just a quick
Yeah.
story or something.
Yeah. What I use it for, no way I would do that.
Gotcha. Richard says, do you put them on Instagram or do you have to keep the videos in 15-second rule?
Okay, on Instagram, you can have a video posted for up to 1 minute. And this automatically puts them at up to 1 minute. It never goes over 1 minute.
Good to know. Never knew that.
Okay.
Are you creating stories basically? I mean, can you create a story with this?
This is not a story. This is an Instagram post.
Okay. It's a post. All right.
All
So
right,
I guess that's the same. I'm sorry. I know I keep asking, but so I guess that's the same as like Facebook. Could you make a Facebook post then with
Yeah,
this?
so right here, when I went ahead and chose the standard video, and you'll see the video thumbnail is there in the upper right, and there's a circle being created as it's uploading or it's processing. And then you have the option to schedule, and I'm not positive. I'm going to look real quick. Scheduling posts is a paid for version, just so you guys know. So you can save it to your photos. You can send it to your Instagram, to your Twitter, to your YouTube, to your Facebook page, your LinkedIn account. You can connect some other accounts. And let's just look at that to see what else there is that we could. Any other Facebook groups or pages or profile, secondary Instagram if you do that. So you see what you can do?
Wow. That's pretty
There's a
cool.
lot of options. So, I mean, this could be like an
Even
easy way to
YouTube?
cross post. Even
Even
YouTube. Yep.
Wow.
As you see right down here, it's my Craft Shack YouTube is an option right here.
Wow.
Right there. That's Craft Shack YouTube. So we can actually send this to my Craft Shack YouTube right now, as well as Twitter and Instagram. And I could send it to Facebook. However, I have learned that when I go to share this on Instagram, and we'll talk about that as we go there, I use that platform to actually share to my Facebook page instead. So
Okay.
I'm going to remove Twitter. I'm going
Okay.
to, I'm going to keep Twitter. Okay. So I don't know if you noticed this, but in the upper right-hand corner above my thumbnail, you'll see the number 280.
Yes.
Okay, watch that number as I hit the Twitter option. I just took off Twitter, which took off my limit of characters.
Oh.
Okay, so that's another thing to keep in mind. If you don't mind that limit, it's fine. But if you do mind the limit, then you wouldn't want to share to Twitter because that will limit the number of characters you can put in your description. So now let's go back up to the top. Big, huge blank at the left-hand side of the thumbnail. I'm just going to tap my finger in that box, and now you see a cursor and my keyboard pops up. And so now I'm able to write up a description. Each weekday I'm just going to say each weekday on Twitch at, and this is the part I always forget, 10 a.m. Eastern. And I don't know why I always put a question mark after that. Maybe because I'm just not in the Eastern time zone. But anyway, all right, we are giving away. This is the hardest part to me, making up the description. Away ATCs. And just for you, Michael, I'm going to say artist trading cards.
There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome. To our followers. Whoops.
That's awesome. It's kind of neat. And what I think is really kind of cool, it's all on your phone that you're doing this and you can knock them out. I mean, it's just a matter of putting some pictures together, throwing them all together, putting some text with it, and then it makes the sound, gives you the music, gives you a couple pictures, and you can do this and send that to your Instagram just like that. That's really quite cool to be able to do that kind of thing quickly and easily.
And honestly,
actually,
this is the part that takes the longest for me, is writing up the description. I mean, if I weren't telling you what I was doing, I would have already had this posted 10 or 15 minutes ago. But
I'd be doing voice text in a heartbeat.
No joke. No joke. My problem is I don't know what to say. That's what I'm saying. You gotta craft these things.
Nah,
you
that's
understand?
true.
Did you hear what I said there? You gotta craft it. Okay. All
That's
right.
what
So you
today.
can add your hashtags, you can add whatever you want to add to this. We're gonna go ahead and post it as is. And the next thing I can do, I can actually schedule this. So I could schedule it to go out later, but I would like our audience to be able to go see it live. So I'm going to go ahead, instead of hitting, let me just show you. If I scheduled, this is what it would do. It would pop up with a calendar, and it would pop up with a time, and then that would show it as scheduled. Okay.
Hey, quick question, just because I'm a Google person. When you save the photos, does that save to your Google Photos?
It saved to my phone, which I have backup in sync. So yes, it does go to my photos.
Okay, so yeah, because you have backup in sync to that particular thing, that app, so that it sends it. Okay, I got you. Awesome.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
So then I can use it on my computer for another thing if I wanted to later. Yep, absolutely. All right, so the next step is to hit share. And sadly, this one is, because I did it the way I did it as an Instagram, it's going to look a little funny on YouTube, but we don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit share, and you'll see it's uploading. And so this is the cool thing about this. Instagram does not really allow apps to, what's the word I'm trying to say? To post for them.
Right.
You have to
So,
manually do this. So this is how awesome this app is. It has already copied the description that I typed in there. It
in the
copied that.
clipboard. Yeah, in the
Yep.
clipboard or
So
whatever.
when
So
I hit the blue button that says launch Instagram, it will take me to my Instagram page.
nice.
And I never hit the always button on these, so that's probably not something other people will see. But so right away we're into Instagram. I
So
can edit it from here if
stories,
I want, but
stories listed there. You could have saved it to stories or no?
I could have gone to stories with it, but it would have not worked very well.
Okay,
This
okay,
one's not set up for stories. There's another option for setting up
okay,
for
okay.
stories.
That's cool.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
now
That's awesome.
let's go ahead and this is where I can edit, you know, those goofy filters and stuff. So I'm just hitting next is all I'm tapping is next until I get to this. And now I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to do a long hold in the caption there, hit paste. Everything I typed in that other one is there. Notice I have Facebook
This,
down at the bottom and
this,
Twitter.
this is all Instagram right now, though, right?
Correct.
This is
Correct.
not
And
the app anymore.
I did not physically leave the Ripl app.
That's
You see
awesome.
what I'm saying? Okay, so now I hit the share button in the upper right. I could have tagged people, whatever. And you can see right here, it is already loading that video.
On the Instagram, yep.
Yep. And it'll just take a minute or two and then it'll come through. Oh, look at it. Real fast. Boom, finishing up. Here it comes. And Discord has shared it too because I shared it to my YouTube channel and I have it set up so
awesome.
Discord knows whenever I have a new video posted to YouTube.
Cool. I love that. That's
so just sitting here, I've done nothing, and already people in our Discord, our community over on Crash Shack already know that we posted a new video. And already we got a heart on there, and I'll bet you I know who that is. Is it Jules?
Jules.
Da 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 da. It's Jules. So there you go. There's our new video. And it was so fast. That's what Jill said, is so fast. And that's the coolest thing. It literally took me 30 minutes to put that together, and I could have gotten 3 done in that amount of time if I weren't explaining it to you. So let's go back to the Ripl app.
Oh, Eddie Smallhorn with the $2.99 super chat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Always
Eddie.
finding easier ways of doing things. Dude, you
That's
are so
right.
awesome.
That's right. That's the best part about this show, right?
So, yep.
So now right away you can see that my posts, see I had this is our homepage, right? And it says we have a post that we posted, and that upper right corner has 2 dashes because there isn't any interaction with it yet.
That's so awesome. That's cool.
So let's go back real quick, and we're going to do that really quickly, okay? We're going to do the same thing really quickly. Notice I have my videos are shared there. They're in my option now. Do you see the 32-second videos? The reason why I have 2 of them is because I actually back up and sync my Instagram posts and my Ripl posts. So I have the same video saved in it. That's redundancy. I don't suggest y'all do that. But anyway, all right, I'm going to just tap those real quick. I'm going to move over to save. I'm going to say this. We're going to just real quick. Come on, Heather, real quick.
Eddie, how awesome. Thank you, sir, for doing that. That was really nice of you.
Okay, so there we go. I'm going to do this picture, or I'm sorry, this 16.9 ratio, right? Do you see me select that on the right? Then I'm going to say tap the arrow up at the top. And then you'll notice it is going to choose that same kind of backdrop or action one from before. And then I'm going to scroll through here until I find one that I'd rather use.
It's a different one that you want to try?
Yeah, I guess I just want to show something here. This one.
Different theme, right?
Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to change this. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. There we go. I'm going to change that so it's a little bit bigger.
Now, when you're making that bigger, are you like dragging the edge of it or something, or?
Yeah, so you see where all the pink lines are, right?
around the images. You can see that.
Yes.
Yes, I can
Yeah,
kind of.
it's real. It's basically the background, and there's a tiny gap in between each of the pictures.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm just grabbing that, and you see a blue line show up, and now I can manipulate where those pictures start and stop, etc. I can
Hmm.
also move the picture around inside of the box.
Okay.
Okay, and then I can make the text bigger by dragging this one a little bit like that. I'm trying to move it over. I can't really move it over in this one. So what I think I want to do is
So it's
move
kind
my
of like
logo like that.
set boundaries then, right? I mean,
A
it's kind of
little
like
bit,
that.
yeah, a little bit. So
Yeah.
I can do it like this.
Oh, I see. So it stays with the theme,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And I'm going to make my logo just a tiny bit smaller so it'll be up there. Okay. Whoops.
Can you make your
Cancel.
logo spin and dance and all that? No, I'm just kidding.
Not in this particular piece, but
I got you. Okay.
all right, there we go. We'll do it like that. And you know what? I think this one's going to go in the center. Okay. And so this one I'm going to save as an image. This one I can now, if I choose the bottom option
Hmm.
as an image, I can now use that as a thumbnail on my video.
Oh, okay. On the
So
other
that,
thumbnail, on the other video that you created.
no, on the video that where I painted all of these pictures.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So I would
Way too
then
cool.
not do any of the social media sharing, only save to
Hmm.
photos.
Yeah, I
Don't
got
need a description for it. Click share. And now I can go into my Twitch and I can upload that.
way too cool.
I can upload that thumbnail right there as my thumbnail. And that's how quickly I made a thumbnail for my
So
video.
make that thumbnail live, basically.
Yeah, and I don't think I can do it on my phone. I mean, I probably can, but I've never done that, so it's probably not the
Yeah,
thing to
that,
demonstrate
yeah,
right now for anybody. But honestly, I could go to Twitch, go to my video producer, pick
Oh,
that. Well,
Richard
thank
Johnson
you,
just
Richard
subscribed. Thank you,
Johnson.
Richard. Thank you very much.
Glad you're there. We so yeah, so just that quickly I can use it. So it's not just for social media posts. I can also use it to create the YouTube, Twitch, etc. thumbnails that I want to be eye-catching, and you noticed how quick and simple that was. So that's why I
So,
wanted to show that.
so when you do a show, I just wanted to ask, when you do a show, do you like your art show or whatever?
Mhm.
Do you come right afterward and have like these set things that you do, or is it something you just, hey, I can do this, or you do it sometime? I mean, I know how that
The
is.
idea
Trust
the
me.
idea would be that as soon as I'm done with the show, I go
Mhm.
through and I take the pictures, I'll edit some pictures, whatever. I'll make a video like that, like a recap. I call them
Mhm.
recaps where the first video that I showed, and then I'll make a thumbnail and I'll put it up and do that kind of thing. That's ideal. Does it
Okay.
happen every time? No.
Right. No, and I
But
understand that. I get that. Let me
but
switch
that's
back
my
here.
but that's my workflow. So, I
Okay.
mean, you can see the different kinds of things I can do with that. I could also do uh, take that 1 minute video that we created, that first video that we created. I can
Mhm.
take that video and I can put it into a different photo editor or a video editor, like
Mhm.
Power Director is one that I like to use on my phone. I could
Mhm.
use that to create a less than 30-second video that I could then upload into StreamYard and use as my intro, which if you
Oh yeah.
watch my show, I have an intro and an outro, and I made them using Ripl and Power Director, just like I showed you here. But then I just sped it up in
Awesome.
Power Director. That's it. So
All right. So if we go to back to this, let's go back to that image and just look real quick on this right here. So back at this screen, this is you're at what screen? I mean, like,
this is the home. Yeah, this is
oh,
the
this
home
is the
screen.
home. Okay. 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 I got you. So that's the same one we started out with. Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. Cool. So just
Yeah.
if I wanted to go back and look at the one I just created, where would I go from that screen? Right? Just scroll down to it. Okay, I
Yep.
got you.
Yep. You just scroll to the ones that you made, and then there is a way to edit them. You can, redo, like use this to redo it. I've struggled with that.
I see.
I don't think that it works the way they said it would.
Okay.
Personally, maybe I just don't know because I just it's so quick to be able to make a new one that I don't redo one I've already done. So
Gotcha.
I just go, oh, you know what I should have done? I should have done this. Oh, I think what I'll do next time,
Yeah. What do you
you know.
do? So what would you say like is a benefit to this?
Multiple things. So, like, if you're somebody who has products that you're looking to sell, take some pictures of your products, even use the images that you have on your website, and you could put, if you're using the free version, you can put up to 8 pictures. So imagine you sell T-shirts, okay?
Yeah.
You put in the T-shirts in the different colors or the different logos that you have on your sayings, whatever, and you run that through. Now on Instagram, for example, on Instagram, you can put multiple pictures. Okay. You can do several pictures in one post, but people have to manually flip through to see
Oh,
all of the images. Okay.
oh yeah.
With a video, it flips for you and you can
That's
have catchy
true.
music. And then you can also include links to your store so that way they can go from that post to your store.
Ah,
So
gotcha. Yeah,
and
that
then
makes
because you can cross post it, you've just saved a ton of time because now it's going to Facebook as a video and everybody knows video on Facebook is king. And then it goes to Twitter as a video, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can do all of that and save yourself a ton of time. You just posted a whole bunch and there you
wow.
go.
So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. As opposed to just throwing pictures up there, this is
Yeah.
kind of a cool way of adding a little music, adding a little flair to it, really, and putting
Yeah.
comments. I like the
I,
comment thing. Like, I think Mark said it earlier, if I'm not mistaken, how he said he liked the being able to add the comment or the caption
yeah,
option.
the
Or
caption option. Yeah.
like caption option.
So I want to show the designs that are available. If we could just look at that real quick, just because then you can get an idea of what kinds of things you can do with this app. If
All
it's
right.
possible, yeah.
Yeah,
If
let's do
you,
that. Yep.
yeah.
Let's go to that. All right. I'll go right to, yep, go right to it. Boom.
So, if you have a 10% off promotion that you want, that's what this one is up here in the upper left corner. And you can see how they animate a little bit just by seeing the thumbnail of what they are. And this is based on the size that we chose at the beginning. So if I go back, I'm going to click the X in the upper left, click the X, I'm going to go backwards to where I had chosen my photos, and I'm just going to choose like stories, the story layout. That's that vertical
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
rectangle, okay?
And
And
you're
then
just hitting the back arrows at the top and the forward arrows
yes,
at the top. Okay.
yes, that's
I think
correct.
I'm not sure what Richard's talking about, but I just want to make sure. He says the ones you flip manually have the arrows on each side to go back and forth, correct? Is he talking about Instagram?
On Instagram, it's a slide. There's no arrows, but
What
there's a slide, but yeah.
Unless he's talking about Ripple. Is he talking about Ripple? Have the arrows on each side to go back and
I
forth. Right.
I don't know. I assume Instagram, but I don't
Okay.
know. You have
Okay.
to clarify.
I like
Um,
I like what Jules says. She says this is wonderful for technophobes like me.
yeah,
Thank you.
exactly. All right, so I'm going to click on that more designs, and now we're going to see designs in that are specific to this layout size. So these will give you some ideas, like, Cynthia's Floral Emporium. There's a good idea with some flowers. What does that one say? New summer box, order yours today. So if you have products, if you have food, if you
Oh, yeah.
are a blogger, um, look at that food.
Yeah,
Join
he
us
was
for $2 tacos. Check it out. That
he
would
was
make me go. I don't. Maybe it's just
he,
because it's tacos,
yeah,
but
he was
yeah,
talking about Instagram. So yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah. You
arrows.
just swipe through.
That's awesome that you can click on the Instagram photo and go to the store. Okay.
So here's like a new product coming soon, and they have the product animate in. New colors coming soon for makeup.
Nice.
So these are just some ideas, giving you an idea. I mean, if you're someone who, maybe you do the social media for your church or something, and you want the folks to know that you're going to have some kind of new members meeting or something, this is a good way to do that with just pictures and some movement.
Russ says this is above my pay grade. I know what you're saying, Russ, but the thing is if you drop some pictures in, add some music to it, and then send it to wherever you're going to send it, your social media or whatever, that actually.
I mean, think about, you're a blogger, Russ. Think about the images that you put into your blog about, family history. If you were to put in just a couple of photos, 3-4 photos with a few moving text and whatnot, and then put that on Instagram, you have people then engaging with your Instagram posts going, hey, I want to go read that post.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what gets them back to your profile to click the link and etc. So it's just making that connection between all those things. That's really all it is. So, the Ballard Farmers Market, that's pretty cool. Just anyway, so I just wanted to show you that they're all different based on the size, and this would show you then some of the ideas that are available out there.
Oh, that's really awesome.
So
it's really cool. I mean, it's a really cool.
And I realize it's not for everybody, but I know I've had a lot of questions about like the intro that I made, and it was so quick. I made it just as quickly as you saw me make that picture. I made the video, and then I took that 1-minute video, popped it into Power Director, went into the speed thing, and just bumped it up to a 1x2 or something, 2x. I think it was 2 times, and then that made it 30-second. I know.
I can't do math.
It was a slider. It was a slider. Okay. And so when the movie got just below 30 seconds, which I knew was the limit I had with StreamYard, then I knew I was done. I clicked produce, and then I installed it. I did all of that before I went live that first Monday that I used it. I made the video, edited that video, and then installed it into StreamYard, and was ready to use it when I went live that morning. So
that is so awesome. It really is awesome.
So I don't know if anybody has any questions about any of this. There are a lot of things you can do with it. I just wanted to show how I like to use it because it's made my life so much simpler, and I've really enjoyed it.
Let's see. I do see that as the thumbnail for a YouTube video.
Yeah. And it's real simple to make yours, that's why I wanted to demonstrate that. It's so quick. And a lot of people are saying things like, I wish I had a photo editor app that would, let me do this real quick. And I take the pictures on my phone. I want to be able to edit it on my phone and create the thumbnail on my phone. And this has allowed me to do that lickety split. You saw how fast that was.
Yeah. I mean, it was really fast. It was really kind of cool. And we probably slowed you down by making you talk at the same time.
Yeah, you did. And that's all right. But I'd love to open it up for the community members to come in and ask questions about this. And maybe if they're interested, we could do a workshop where everybody could be working on it together if they were interested.
Yeah, one thing that would be really neat too to see, that I think would be kind of cool, is to see what the free version has to offer too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because maybe us come in, do a workshop. We only have the free version. You have the paid for version. Yep. What I like about doing a workshop that way is that you get to see.
Well, and then you see where those limits are. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so exactly. And then you find out. Well, and then you find out. You know what? I can do it with just the free version. Like, because everything that I want to be able to do is available in the free version. I figured that out because we were in the workshop together and we worked together. That might save me some money. You never know.
Oh, that's true. There you go. See, so, and that'll help you.
It's about me.
It's all about me. So we're talking today about Ripl App demo in discussion, or evening, or wherever you are, depending on who's watching from what part of the world or whatever. We're talking about the paid for community of Tinkering with Tech. We do have a paid for community. Please, you'll see in the description how to sign up for that and the form to go to. I would like to invite anybody that's interested. You're watching on my YouTube channel, but that doesn't mean anything. It's Heather and I's gig together. We have done this for a while now, and we have fun with it. Please join us so we can do stuff like this, buying apps like these kind of apps and things to help you be more productive out there.
Yeah, we'd love to have you join us in the after party too, so we could maybe talk about some of these things. If you guys have any questions at all, please let us know.
And we do this all the time. We do workshops. We do paid for community members can join up. Look at there. Look at Russ.
Thank you, Russ. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. Look at that. Very kind of you. He's paid for his membership hand and fist over and over. But no, this is the kind of thing we want to do workshops. We want to do those kind of things. And I do a daily tip, but as well, some of you have asked for certain things like, hey, I'd like to see more on this and that kind of thing. That's what we're all about, is just sitting there getting apps like this or doing things like this so we can help you guys be more productive out there. Russ says, thank you for sharing this. We'll have to look into it a little bit closer. Russ, man, anytime, man. And again, thank you so much for the...
We're here for you.
I see Mark says, I will try the basic version and have a go with it. Yeah, exactly.
Very cool.
Community members, we're going to put a Zoom link out there for you to come join us. Anybody that watches the show, thank you so much for watching the show. If you're watching this in replay, be sure and leave comments down there, and we'll answer those best we can. Try to do it within 24, 48 hours, somewhere around that time. But thank you so much. And Heather, as always, great demo, and thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday for the Tinkering with Tech show. Thank you very much, and we appreciate you. Thank you, folks. And boom.